What's up guys, Tech and Tyler, and today we're going to be looking at this fixture right here. Now, I got this fixture recently from a really nice woman that I did some work for. This was inside of a house that she had bought in the basement, and the previous owner did a whole lot of his own wiring that wasn't really the greatest work, and it was kind of unsafe, but I went there and ripped it all out to make it safer, and I did everything properly. But this was one of the lights that was there that I got from her. I got a couple of different lights from her, but this was in the basement, and since she didn't want it, I was gladly willing to take it since it's an old fluorescent light. And it's a F20T12 fixture, and it didn't have a bulb in it, or no, I think it did actually have a bulb in it. It was a I think the bulb that was in it was, yes, it's actually this one right here, which is an old General Electric F20T12 cool white bulb. So this was the bulb that came with it, which we will put in the fixture to test it. But yeah, when I saw the fixture, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's, an old F20T12 fixture, but it's, bigger than normal. Usually these fixtures aren't this, at least the newer ones are after a certain time era, they weren't this wide or, this like design anymore. Whereas this kind of just looks bland. It's nothing, crazy with it. I will say I do like the fact that this fixture has the black tombstones on it. I do like that versus it being white. I do like the look of these older fixtures like this. So this one, I didn't know if it worked when I got it, and luckily it does work because of the day I got it. I tested it and I opened it up, and to my surprise, it's a lot older than I thought it was. Just looking at it, you can tell it's old, about maybe somewhere in the 50s, 60s. If you're knowledgeable of this stuff and you kind of deal with it, you can kind of take a look at it and kind of guess the age of it. But to my surprise, it's actually way older than I thought. And it's all original. Everything in it's original from what I can tell. It does have cloth wiring, but the cloth wiring is in pretty decent shape, which is good. So let me find a flathead screwdriver and I'll take these screws out and then we'll take a look inside of it. Okay, now we have two screws out of it, which there's one right here and then there's one right here. But before we do that, let's take a little look all around the fixture. Now on the side of it, there's nothing here. You look underneath of it, there's nothing here, but you can see where it was mounted in the basement of the house. This side, nothing here. Look on the other end, we have a knockout for a Romex connector or any type of connector for a wire to go here, and then a pull chain switch knockout right here. And if we look on the other side, the exact same thing, knockout, and then a pull chain knockout. But there's no lettering or anything like that on the fixture. The sockets are nice old GE Co sockets, so some nice quality sockets for the bulb there. And then if we just open it up here, which this one's interesting, everything is mounted to the actual cover here. It's nothing in the inside of it, which there's nothing marking on the inside too about the company or anything made like that. And this fixture does have one little flaw, and that's the weld in this corner right here has come undone, which is no big deal because this cover squishes that, so don't have to worry about that, luckily. But if we take a look in here, we can see everything that's inside of it, and it's all original. It's got the original cloth wiring on the ballast. It's got the original cloth wiring that goes from socket to socket and, connects to power right there. We got the old ceramic wire nuts going on there. And if we take a look at this ballast, it's not a GE ballast. You would think for the sockets being GE that the ballast would be GE, but it's not. This is actually which I've never really heard of this company before, but if you bring it up closer, it is a Todd Products. So it's a Todd Products Co. Never heard of this brand, but it's, a 20 watt ballast says it right. If I can get a good image of it, 20 watt right there. But yeah, I've never heard of Todd products for, you know, fluorescent stuff. But either way, it's still pretty cool that it's one of these type of like potted ballasts. And if I flip it over here on the side, we can take a look at the side of it here, which the ballast has a date of April of 1949, I want to say that is. It's either 49 or 45, one of the two. It's kind of worn off there, so I'm not too sure. You can see it right there, but when I opened this up and saw that date on it, I was like, wow, this is a lot older than I thought. So, I was kind of, you know, thinking about 50s or so, but like, you know, late 40s. That's pretty cool to find one of these types of fixtures, all original, in good condition from that time era. So I was really happy to get this, and it all have the original parts in it. So let me get this cover back on here. I'm not going to worry about putting the screws back in it at the moment, but I might go ahead and actually just throw the screws into it so I don't lose them. So let me get the screws put back in this, and then I'll get a cord hooked up to it, and then we'll take the bulb that it came with, and I'll throw a starter in it, because I think when I got this, the light didn't work at first, and I think it was due to a bad starter. So I had a temporary one put in, and I have one luckily sitting here right on the bench. So we're going to be using this one, which is a Eagle FS2 starter. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop that right into there. And yeah, let me grab a cord really quickly, and I'll come back and we'll test this out. Alrighty, so now we have a cord hooked up right here with the alligator clips, and got the starter in it, and I'll throw this bulb in it, which I need to clean this bulb. I need to give this fixture a wipe down. I just haven't done it yet because I've been working on so much other stuff. As you can maybe tell, the workbench looks a little bit cleaner, so I have room to do some more stuff and to make more videos to post. Still not done though. It's quite a mess. Still got a lot of stuff to work on, but making progress, so that's good. But the bulb's in it now, so let me go ahead and plug this in, and there we go. Works perfectly fine. Comes on no problem at all, and it's pretty quiet too. I think it has a very small amount of hum. If you hold the fixture, it doesn't buzz or vibrate or anything like that. Plus this bulb works too, which is very surprising. I was thinking at first, because of the light not working, that it could have been the bulb, but no, I think it was the starter originally from when I got it, that it didn't work, because the woman had never tested it, because like I said, the wiring that the previous homeowner had done was very sketchy, so she never tested anything. So she didn't know if a lot of this stuff worked or not. She just wanted it gone because she was very worried about it being a fire hazard. So that's why I went there and helped her out and ripped it all out. So let me unplug this. We'll plug it in a few more times. Do one more time. Pretty instant on, pretty good fixture. No, it's kind of not really blink happy, but that can be also due to the fact of the starter and the bulb too. So I'm going to turn the light out here, get a better look at it in a darker mood. So let me unplug it again, a couple more times. And one more. So I wish that I knew or had an idea of possibly the manufacturer for this light, but unfortunately there is no manufacturer for it. The only thing that I can get from it is the fact that the sockets are GE and the ballast is the Todd products, but besides that, I mean, there's no other names on it, unless if there was, it might be covered up by this paint, but this paint looks pretty original. It's not covered in like house paint or anything like that. It's just, you know, painted. So, and I'm quite surprised too that a lot of this paint hasn't chipped off, because this is pretty much more than likely lead paint, unless it's some sort of like powder coated paint. But yeah, overall, though, I was pretty happy to get this. I mean, it works flawlessly. It's in really good condition. So I need to give it a good cleaning and then add it with the rest of my lights. But yeah, I mean, hey, for getting this for, free, I wasn't going to say no because I'm always looking for these types of lights all the time. So yeah, just another cool, addition to the collection, especially the age of it. So this will definitely get used in the future for some sort of project or something that I end up making or doing with it. It'd be a good piece to use for it, especially it being a 20 watt. Because I have a decent selection of 20-watt fixtures, but it's always nice to have more. I'd probably say I have more F15 fixtures than I do the 20-watt fixtures. So it's pretty nice to have a variety of these fixtures. So yeah, like I said, I'm pretty happy to get this. It definitely has a new home, better home, because the woman was just gonna take all this stuff and throw it away. Because one of the fixtures that I got from her, which I'll do a video on eventually, is this pretty nice old dual Circuline fixture where it's got two different rings on it. The top ring is a 32 watt and then the bottom is a 22 watt, or maybe it's vice versa where the top is maybe a 40 and the bottom's 32. I can't remember, but I think it's 32 and 22. But it's a really unique design fixture that I've always wanted. So I got that from her, and she had originally thrown it away, but then she was like, "Oh, if you really like this type of stuff, then here, I actually have this that I just tossed out that you can have." And so she went and got it for me, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. Thank you. I appreciate it." So yeah, I got some pretty cool stuff from the woman. Like I said, I got this and then like three more fixtures from her. So, and I'll be doing videos on those as well, because they need some cleaning as well and some work. One I have currently taken apart in pieces that I'm cleaning it because it's chrome and it's rusty, so I'm trying to get it back to looking nice again. And then once that's done, I'll get it all put together and make a video on that one as well. But enough rambling. Yeah, so like I said, super cool fixture. I think it's super nice. Love the fact that it's from the 40s to early 50s era. So really cool fixture, and hope you enjoyed the video. And stay tuned for more stuff like this because I got a bunch more coming, especially with it starting to be getting into the colder months. I'm going to have more time to be inside at home working on projects and getting around to finally doing some of this stuff versus being busy with everything else. So yeah, stay tuned. A bunch more of this will come out, and until next time, thank you.